Hi everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Chopper Chat for 2019. Here today I have with me Vasya and Debbie Bell. So hey Vasya, what do you do for the Auckland Rescue Helicopter Trust?
Well, my role is crewman co-pilot, and that involves either helping the pilot in command up at the front, either with assisting him with navigation and radio equipment, or flying the aircraft. If we are on a winching mission, then I'll be in the back of the aircraft operating the winch. And also if the patient is quite critical and the paramedic in the back needs a second pair of hands, I'll also be in the back. So it's kind of a multi-role.
Multi-role? Yep. And you obviously enjoy it?
I absolutely love it.
Yeah. And how about you, Debbie? What do you do?
I'm a volunteers manager. I work with an awesome team of supporters that come in and help with fundraising, admin support, crew support, help these guys do what they do best.
Oh, excellent. So you both love your jobs?
We do.
Absolutely.
I do.
Yeah.
Passionate.
Yeah. Excellent. So I understand that you both needed the rescue helicopter. So tell us a little bit about that. So Debbie, should we start with you?
Sure. So around 6 years ago, I was in a car accident with my family. My children were in the back and my niece was with us as well. The car turned in front of us. I took the brunt and I was trapped in the car. Lots of broken bits, and the children were helped by St. John's as well as our crew, who came to collect me and my niece, who were the worst injured in the accident. So yeah.
So tell me more. What was broken?
Broken leg, broken hip, bruised everything.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a bad accident.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It took me a whole year to get back on my feet properly.
Whereabouts in the country was that?
Just between Wellsford Warkworth,
right.
The famous Dome Valley.
Right.
Yeah.
So why was the rescue helicopter so important at that time for you?
Well, for me, it was a matter of timing. I have my leg now because they came. Also, when someone is trapped in a car and they have crush injuries, there's a potential for them to have other complications when they're released. So, yeah, it was really a matter of timing of getting me there to have the best possible outcome.
Right, wow. And Vasya, tell me a bit about your accident. You've had an accident as well? So,
yes, I did. Yeah, when I was 18, I had a car accident between Picton and Blenheim. And me and my friend was driving, I was a passenger, and a drunk driver came around the corner and basically moved to our side of the road, and my friend tried to avoid it, but unfortunately it happened so quick, there was nothing he could do, and it was a head-on collision. We were going 100, he was doing 100, it was on State Highway 1. So yeah, it was quite an impact, and it was in the middle of the night. I think it was about 11 o'clock at night, or maybe midnight, and I believe a helicopter was called out, but then it got turned around, and I got transported by the ambulance to Marlborough Hospital in Blenheim. They stabilized me there, and then a team from Wellington flew me from Blenheim to Wellington, where more complicated surgeries were performed on me. So injuries were quite significant. I had broken pelvis in 4 places, multiple leg injuries, facial injuries. I basically had 4 reconstructive surgeries just on my face.
So you're looking pretty
so
good.
I know, yeah, it's quite. They did an amazing job, that's for sure. I think I knew them. I was left anyway, so it worked out quite well. Yeah. So I don't think I would be able to do what I'm doing now if that service was not provided for me.
So I understand you're both inspired to join the trust. So Debbie, let's start with you. What inspired you to join the trust?
Well, for me, it was part of my healing journey to come back, and it started with bringing baking to the crew as a thank you, and eventually, as the trust needed to look at creative ways of fundraising, and they looked to harness their volunteer support, so they brought me on board as a volunteer manager part-time, but it was a full-time job, and that's where I met Vasya, because he, being very passionate about the whole cause, came alongside and volunteered for a whole year too before coming on the choppers and doing us proud.
So when did the baking stop? Do you still do the baking? Or?
There is a protest every time it stops. That carries on,
Yeah.
not as frequently, but it still happens.
Yeah. And what was your inspiration, Vasya? What
I basically saw it as a way, I guess, for paying back for the services that was provided to me when I needed it. I just kind of I saw it as I was saying thanks for what the guys did for me, and it doesn't matter which trust it is, whether it's up in Auckland or down in Christchurch or Wellington, they all do the same job and all emergency services, and I just really wanted to put my free time into something useful to kind of just say thanks, and that was basically that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's great support. And Debbie, what would you say to anyone that's thinking about volunteering for the Auckland Trust?
As they come along, it's good. It feels good. It's a great family. It's a great support, and I think it means a lot to the crew as well. Just the moral support side of it, knowing that there's so many people out there giving up their time, which is a pretty special thing, to come along and say what they do matters. So,
definitely. I don't think we'd be able to do what we're doing without Debbie and her volunteers, that's for sure. So, they're definitely a massive part of the team.
Oh, look, that's really great to know. Hey, well, thank you both so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. If you'd like to volunteer, please call Deb on the number provided or email volunteers@arht.org.nz.